Ireland, a journey through time. As the video begins, sweeping aerial shots of Ireland's breathtaking coastline, its rugged cliffs, misty mountains, and endless green fields appear on the screen. The visuals show the meeting of the Atlantic Ocean with jagged cliffs, as ancient castles rise from the landscape, shrouded in mist and mystery. The soft morning light begins to wash over the landscape, creating an ethereal scene as the narrator begins. Ireland, the Emerald Isle, an ancient land where history and myth blend seamlessly. From the windswept shores of the Atlantic to the rolling green hills, every inch of this island holds stories of the past. Ireland is more than just a place, it is a land where the very earth is alive with the memories of thousands of years. The visuals move from the coastal cliffs to Ireland's iconic green pastures, dotted with grazing sheep and tranquil rivers cutting through the lush countryside. Gentle rain falls, adding to the peaceful ambience as the camera pans over this landscape that has seen countless generations of human history. This land is a place where time seems to stand still, and every stone and tree tells a story. Ireland's landscapes are timeless, but the land itself has been shaped by the hands of those who have lived here for millennia. It is a place where the earth holds the secrets of the past, waiting to be uncovered. As the visuals transition to wider views of Ireland's vast natural beauty, the narration sets the stage for a journey through the island's deep history, beginning with the first inhabitants who settled here thousands of years ago. The ancient lands and megalithic monuments. The story now takes viewers back over 5,000 years, to the time of the first settlers of Ireland. As the camera captures panoramic views of Newgrange, one of the world's most ancient monuments, we are taken to the Boyne Valley, where Ireland's earliest agricultural communities thrived. These people left behind monumental structures, many of which still stand today as silent witnesses to the past. Before Ireland became known to the world, it was home to ancient peoples who left behind stone monuments that have withstood the test of time. These early settlers built vast burial chambers, stone circles, and sacred sites, not only to honor their dead but also to mark their understanding of the stars and the cycles of nature. Close-up visuals of the intricate carvings found in Newgrange reveal the deep connection these ancient peoples had with the sun and the cosmos. During the winter solstice, the rising sun illuminates the inner chamber of Newgrange, a marvel of Neolithic engineering that predates even the pyramids of Egypt. Newgrange is a wonder of ancient architecture, a passage tomb designed to capture the first rays of the winter solstice sun. Every year, for over 5 millennia, the sun has lit this sacred chamber, marking the cycle of death and rebirth in perfect alignment with the heavens. The visuals continue to explore other ancient sites across Ireland, such as the Hill of Tara, once the seat of Ireland's ancient high kings, and the stone circles of Drombeg and Carrowmore. The camera lingers on the mysterious Ogham stones, carved with early Irish writing, symbols of a culture and language that have been lost to time. These ancient stones are more than monuments. They are symbols of a people who saw the land itself as sacred. The earth, the sky, the sun, and the stars were woven into the fabric of their spirituality and their identity. And these stone circles, burial chambers, and inscriptions are the remnants of their attempt to communicate with the divine. As the camera pans across wide shots of Ireland's remote landscapes, where these ancient monuments stand alone against the elements, the narrator reflects on the enduring mystery of these megalithic structures and the people who built them. The Celtic Dawn. The narrative moves forward in time, to the arrival of the Celts in Ireland around 500 BC. The Celts, a people renowned for their warrior culture, brought with them new traditions, art, and beliefs that would shape Ireland for millennia. As the camera shows Ireland's rolling hills, mist-covered forests, and ancient stone forts, the connection between the land and the Celtic people becomes clear. When the Celts arrived in Ireland, they brought with them a deep sense of connection to the natural world. To the Celts, Ireland was a land of magic and mystery, where the boundaries between the physical and the spiritual were thin. The rivers, the forests, and the mountains were not just parts of the landscape, they were the homes of gods, spirits, and ancient powers. The video transitions to depictions of Celtic artifacts, elaborate jewelry, swords, shields, and the iconic Celtic cross, which can still be found all over Ireland. The Celts were not only fierce warriors but also skilled artisans, leaving behind a rich legacy of art and craftsmanship. The Celts wove their stories into the landscape, into their art, and into their very way of life. Their gods and goddesses, their warriors and heroes, are still remembered today in the myths and legends of Ireland. From Lugh, the god of the sun, to the Morrigan, the fearsome goddess of war, these figures shaped the way the Celts saw the world. The camera shifts to reenactments of Celtic myths and legends, such as the story of Cuchulainn, the warrior hero who defended Ulster from invaders, and the epic battles between the Tuatha Dé Danann, a mythical race of gods, and the Fomorians, ancient giants who sought to conquer Ireland. The Tuatha Dé Danann, the tribe of gods, were said to have come to Ireland from the mist. They brought with them wisdom, magic, and supernatural powers, becoming the rulers of the land. Their battles with the Fomorians are the foundation of many of Ireland's most ancient legends. As the camera captures the serene beauty of Ireland's countryside, dotted with ancient stone structures, the narrator reflects on the lasting legacy of the Celts. Their stories have been passed down through generations, keeping the myths and traditions of ancient Ireland alive. Castles, conquests, and the Middle Ages. We now move into the medieval period, where Ireland became a land of castles, monasteries, and warring clans. The camera moves through the ruins of Ireland's many castles, from the towering walls of Blarney Castle to the haunting remains of the Rock of Cashel. These stone fortresses are a testament to Ireland's turbulent past, a time when power and wealth were fought over by chieftains and invaders alike. By the early Middle Ages, Ireland had become a land of stone fortresses and monastic communities. Chieftains ruled their lands from castles, while monks sought solace in isolated abbeys, devoting themselves to learning and prayer. But Ireland's shores were not untouched by conflict. Viking invaders, Norman conquerors, and native Irish warlords all left their mark on the landscape. The visuals shift to the Viking invasions of Ireland in the 9th century, showing reconstructed scenes of Viking ships landing on Ireland's shores and establishing settlements in places like Dublin and Waterford. The camera then transitions to the Norman conquest, focusing on the impressive stone castles built by the Normans as they sought to gain control of Ireland. The Normans brought with them new technologies, new methods of warfare, and new ways of building. Their castles still dominate the Irish landscape, reminders of a time when Ireland was a battleground for power. But even as war raged outside, within the walls of Ireland's monasteries, monks were preserving the knowledge and wisdom of the ancient world. The video delves into Ireland's rich monastic tradition, with visuals of illuminated manuscripts like the Book of Kells, a masterpiece of early medieval art. The camera zooms in on the intricate detail of the manuscript, showing the blend of Christian and Celtic symbols that define this period of Irish history. Ireland's monasteries became centers of learning and art, producing works of beauty and wisdom that would inspire generations. Despite the invasions and wars that threatened the land, these monastic communities kept the light of knowledge burning. The story now moves into the modern period, focusing on Ireland's struggle for independence from British rule. The visuals shift to the stark landscapes of famine-ravaged Ireland in the 19th century. The Great Famine, or in Gortamore, decimated the population, reducing the once thriving agricultural communities to barren fields and empty villages. The haunting images of abandoned cottages, desolate fields, and the skeletal remains of failed potato crops provide a stark reminder of the devastation. The narration captures the magnitude of this tragedy. In the mid-19th century, Ireland faced one of the darkest chapters in its history, the Great Famine. As the potato crop failed year after year, millions faced starvation. The famine brought death, disease, and mass emigration, forever altering the fabric of Irish society. As the camera shows famine memorials and desolate landscapes, the voiceover explains how the famine forced millions of Irish to leave their homeland in search of a better life. Ships bound for America, Canada, and Australia were often referred to as coffin ships due to the many who perished during the journey. Between 1845 and 1852, more than 1 million Irish people died, while millions more fled to distant shores. For those who survived the journey, a new life awaited them in foreign lands, but they carried with them the sorrow of leaving their homeland behind. Scenes of emigrant ships departing from Ireland's shores fade into images of bustling immigrant communities in New York, Boston, and other cities across the world, where the Irish diaspora grew in strength and numbers. The immigrants' connection to their homeland remained strong, and Irish identity was preserved in their new homes through music, stories, and traditions passed down to future generations. Though they left, the Irish carried their homeland with them. Across the Atlantic and beyond, Irish culture thrived. The stories, the songs, and the language of Ireland were passed down to generations born far from its shores, ensuring that Ireland would never be forgotten. The narrative then transitions to the growing nationalist movements in Ireland during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. The visuals shift to Dublin, where key historical sites like the General Post Office, GPO, and Kilmainham Jail become the backdrop for the story of Ireland's struggle for independence. The camera captures the solemn beauty of these iconic landmarks, where the fight for freedom took a fateful turn during the Easter Rising of 1916. As the 20th century dawned, the flame of independence was rekindled in Ireland. In 1916, during the height of World War I, a group of Irish nationalists staged a bold and unprecedented uprising in Dublin. The Easter Rising, though short-lived, marked the beginning of Ireland's final push for freedom. Visuals of the GPO, where the proclamation of the Irish Republic was read, are accompanied by footage of reenactments of the rising itself, Irish rebels taking a stand against British forces in the streets of Dublin. The aftermath of the Easter Rising is portrayed as somber, with images of the rebel leaders who were executed at Kilmainham Jail. The Easter Rising was crushed, and its leaders were executed. But their sacrifice ignited a movement across Ireland, one that could not be extinguished. From the ashes of the rebellion came a renewed call for independence. The narrative follows the story through the Irish War of Independence, 1919 to 1921, where Irish Republican forces, led by figures like Michael Collins, waged a guerrilla war against British rule. The visuals show historical footage of armed skirmishes, ambushes, and the signing of the Anglo-Irish Treaty in 1921, which established the Irish Free State. Through bloodshed and determination, the Irish War of Independence came to an end. In 1921, the Anglo-Irish Treaty was signed, granting Ireland self-governance as a free state. But the fight for complete freedom was far from over. The film briefly touches on the partition of Ireland, leading to the establishment of Northern Ireland under British rule, and the ensuing civil war in the Free State as factions divided over the terms of the treaty. The partition of Ireland created deep divisions, with the north remaining part of the United Kingdom. This fracture would shape the future of the island for decades to come. The camera shifts from scenes of political unrest to the peaceful beauty of Ireland's landscapes, contrasting the violent struggles with the enduring natural beauty that has always been a source of comfort and inspiration for the Irish people. Modern Ireland in conclusion. The final chapter of the video focuses on Ireland's journey from the mid-20th century to its present day, showcasing the nation's remarkable resilience and its transformation into a modern, progressive society. The camera moves through Ireland's cities, showing a vibrant, bustling Dublin, the cultural richness of Galway, and the dynamic growth of Cork. The narrative highlights how Ireland emerged from its past hardships to become a nation known for its innovation, creativity, and deep cultural roots. The Ireland of today is a nation reborn, an island where the weight of its history coexists with the vibrancy of its present. Dublin streets, once battlegrounds for freedom, are now filled with art, music, and energy, while Cork and Galway reflect Ireland's blend of ancient tradition and modern life. The visuals show modern-day Ireland, its high-tech industries, world-class universities, and lively cultural scenes. The narration emphasizes the country's transformation into a global hub of creativity and business, while remaining deeply rooted in its traditions of storytelling, music, and community. Today, Ireland is a global leader in innovation and culture. But its essence remains unchanged, its stories, its music, and its sense of community continue to shape its identity. The camera returns to Ireland's countryside, with sweeping views of the cliffs of Moher, the lakes of Killarney, and the serene beauty of Connemara. Even as Ireland's cities have grown and changed, its landscapes remain timeless, offering a connection to the island's ancient past. While Ireland has evolved, its landscapes remain a link to its ancient heritage. The cliffs, the mountains, and the valleys hold the memories of those who came before, providing solace and inspiration for those who live here today. The narrative takes a reflective tone as it speaks of the Irish people themselves, resilient, welcoming, and proud of their history and culture. The Irish spirit is portrayed as one that has survived centuries of hardship and emerged stronger, with a deep connection to both the past and the future. What makes Ireland truly special is its people. The Irish are known for their warmth, their wit, and their indomitable spirit. It is a place where the past is always present, and where the future holds endless possibilities. As the video draws to a close, the camera returns to the rugged coastline, with the Atlantic waves crashing against the cliffs under a golden sunset. The narration leaves viewers with a sense of connection to Ireland's timeless beauty and the enduring strength of its people. Ireland is more than just a destination. It is a place that stays with you long after you've left its shores. It is a land of stories, of resilience, and of hope, an island where the past and the present are forever intertwined. The video ends with a slow fade, the sound of the ocean fading into the background, leaving the viewer with a lasting impression of Ireland's natural beauty, rich history, and the indomitable spirit of its people. Subscribe to the channel, share the video, and give it a like if you enjoyed it. And don't forget to enjoy the beautiful images as well.